Greetings, Bronco fans. A thriller today at Wantland Stadium, 43-41 in 3 overtimes. Our UCO Broncos put it to Missouri Southern to run their record to 5-1 on the season. We're joined by head coach Nick Bobeck. Coach, you found another way to win a ball game.
Yeah, and that's what happens when you have high character kids. They just continue to play and find a way. And it sounds like I say the same thing over and over, but it's the truth. And didn't necessarily play very well. We didn't defend we defended the option pretty well. We didn't defend the toss play very well on the defensive side of the football, and missed some key tackles early. And then on the offensive side of the ball, early in the game was pretty ugly, really. We moved the football pretty well, but had some. You miss an assignment, you have a penalty, you get behind the chains, and you put yourself into some bad situations. And you miss a field goal from Seth is normally very, very reliable, and had 2 misses today. We got to get that cleaned up, but it was we found a way.
You did some adjusting at halftime. Obviously, you thought you could run the football. You came out with unbalanced and an extra lineman, and on the first play of the second half, Gandra takes it to the house from 70.
Yeah, and we just wanted a different look. They're an odd front football team the majority of the time, and we got them out of the odd front early in the football game. With the outside zone, and they made an adjustment, went to an even front. So we tried to run the inside zone, and didn't have as much success. We threw the football out there into space a couple of times, and then had an outside zone play that gets for negative yards, and they did a good job. They possessed the football, I think, for almost 20 minutes in the first half, and we felt good. We knew it was going to be a close game. We felt good about being down 7-0, but we also knew that they weren't extremely explosive, and that was part of the game plan. Is hey, make them take a long field, and they did. They were efficient. Created a turnover in the first half, and it ended up being a slugfest at the end. But kids find a way.
They did. And when you get to the overtime, I'm just curious, how much of that is emotion? How much of it is strategy?
Well, it has to be all strategy, really. I mean, there's a lot of emotion that goes into it, but you have to control it, on both sides, because there's tense moments, and we had a couple of issues, on defense. A guy peeking his head inside at the wrong time, and you can't let the moment get too big in the especially against an option football team. So we had some issues with that, but we overcame it. We found a way. We didn't necessarily play clean, but you got to give it to the kids. They just keep fighting and scratching and finding a way.
Thanks, Coach. We're all very proud of you and your staff as well as your gentlemen.
No, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
We do too. With Nick Bobeck, I'm David Garrett. Next up, Central Missouri, 1:30 next Saturday in Warrensburg. Thanks for watching this edition of Bronco Vision.